and Jay. And Courtney, you look absolutely stunning tonight, and Jay doesn't look so bad himself. So, I've been waiting 4 long years to get Courtney back for all the things she said about me during her maid of honor speech at my wedding. I couldn't really decide what spin I would like to take on this speech. Should I talk about how Courtney is the middle child in the family and always neglected because I'm the oldest and favorite? Destiny is the baby, and well, we don't need to elaborate on the baby part. Courtney just gets lost in the middle, or so she thinks. I do have to say, she isn't as mistreated as she assumes. After all, Mom and Dad chose the perfect godfather for her, Frank Smith, who has made a point to threaten every single boyfriend she has ever had. Should I talk about all the ridiculous outfits Mom made for us throughout the years? We kind of looked like the dining room curtains. Or the many times that Dad made us stand at attention outside of our room so he can inspect our cleaning jobs. Maybe I should talk about when Courtney was younger, maybe 4 or so, and Dad would ask her to go grab him a beer out of the fridge, and she would pop the top and take a swig. Change, I guess. Well, I didn't really like any of these topics, so I began to think. I like Courtney and Jay. I love them a lot. So I thought I would tell you their love story. DJ, can you help me out? Oh. Oh my. I don't sing, okay? So don't judge me. Very little
all for coming out to celebrate this special day with Courtney and Jay and all of us. And thank you for being such a special part of Courtney's life, all of you. And we really want to thank our dad, a special thanks to him for providing half of the sheriff's department to be Jay's groomsman, because we know that he was having a hard time finding some friends.
He's just mad because he wanted to be one too.
Amen to that. We were actually surprised that Dad was not there. Anyways, I'll get started. Alright, so as I was writing this speech, I must admit that I actually found myself struggling through it. Not because I was sad that you're getting married or anything like that, but because I could literally not to think of anything to write about.
Okay. I guess.
I was really sitting there thinking, Courtney, what do I say about Courtney? And I was getting more and more aggravated with myself as I was going on because I used all of my good material on Brittany and Matt's wedding. And I didn't want to re-mention all the times that they would put me in sleeping bags or laundry baskets and push me down the stairway. Or the time they put me in a toy bassinet when I was a fragile baby and the toy bassinet broke while I was inside. Good times. But no worries. I eventually sparked an idea, and I guess I have to give some credit to Brittany Swift over here for helping me think of one idea. Actually, my speech is going to be more or less a list of tips for Jay to help him get through life as it has now changed. So let's go ahead and begin. Tip number 1. You should really think about and take into consideration the advice that Courtney gives, because sometimes it's not the best. For instance, one time she said, Des, you should eat that dog treat, it's real good. And thinking back on that moment, I should have realized then that not everything she says is quality information. Number 2. Don't be confused if you find random household items in strange places. I say this because late at night when I'd be sleeping peacefully in my bed, I would suddenly wake to a strange noise, and as I'd look around the room to figure out what in the world had happened, there would be Courtney stuffing her things into my window seat. And then I would realize, oh, she must be cleaning her room tonight. And that is true. I really didn't make that up. That's how it worked. So, can I get some confirmation from Mom? Thank you. Thank you. So maybe just try and pick up the extra little things around the house.
Yeah, that'd be good.
All right, number 3. If you wake up in the morning and you find something of yours is missing, don't blame it on yourself. Think, oh, I must have misplaced it. No, go straight to Courtney and question her. Yet again, late at night when I'd be sleeping peacefully in my bed, I would sometimes wake up to the squeak of my door opening to find Courtney going through my shoes or other crazy things like money, and then she would proceed to take them.
I don't think money. Maybe socks.
Mom, money. Yes.
I don't think money.
She took money. And obviously I would groggily wake up and be like, what are you doing? And in response I'd get, shh, don't worry about it. So late at night if you hear, shh, don't worry about it come out of her mouth, you should probably worry about it. Tip number 4. Try to read between the lines when she's talking about you. For example, one time I overheard Courtney say, yeah, me and Brittany, we're really close, we talk all the time, and Destiny and I were 7 years apart. However, and this was like recently, however, I knew that her just saying we were 7 years apart meant that I am really special to her, and somewhere deep inside there's a special place for me. So whenever she says, Jay, I'm so mad at you, that really means that she loves you very much, and somewhere deep, deep inside of her, there's a really special place for you too. And lastly, tip number 5. Watch out for all of her trickery. When I was much younger and refused to go to bed, she would stand somewhere where I couldn't see her, mimic Dad's voice and say, Destiny, go get in your bed. This is Dad.
That is true.
And I would believe her and scurry and jump into bed. Actually, you know what? Scratch that one. That one might work out for you. If ever you're missing Dad, have her go stand somewhere where you can't see her and talk to you in his voice. All right. I genuinely hope that these few tips help you have a somewhat complication-free marriage. I hope you both always listen and take what each other say into consideration. I hope that you always help clean up after one another and that you can share many happy moments. And no matter what is said that causes you to become really frustrated, be patient and remember how much you love one another because it seems to work for Mom. And Dad, it works for Dad too, I guess. I truly do hope that God blesses your marriage with lots of love and an enormous amount of happiness. Oh, to Courtney and Jay.
A lot of that I feel like was lies, but that's okay.
Okay, there's no way I can even come close to the top of any of that. So, yeah. So just bear with me.
Taylor Road.
All right, good evening. Let me start by saying I'm no public speaker. So bear with me. I'd like to thank everybody for coming out on Jay and Courtney's special night.
Are you going to start crying?
No, I'm not. I'd like to introduce myself for all those who don't know me. My name is Bill Denning. I know that one table back there has met me. And I've been unfortunate enough to know Jay since we were born, literally since we were born. I must admit, I was shocked when I learned that I was the best man in the wedding. It's taken 30 years, but he's finally admitted that I'm the best. At this time, I'd like to say thanks to some special people here tonight. Robbie, Greg and Melody Oeth, and Tony and Mary Price. You both raised smart, caring, and loving individuals. This is a direct reflection of your guidance as parents, and you both should be proud. Tony and Mary, you've gained a wonderful and beautiful daughter-in-law today. And Greg and Melody, well, you've inherited a son-in-law. As we were standing in front of the church during the wedding ceremony earlier today, I couldn't help but notice the better for worse part. I thought to myself how true that was. Jay, you couldn't have done any better. Courtney, you couldn't have done any worse. On behalf of Jay and Courtney, I want to tell everybody in the wedding party thanks for your part of the wedding. The bridesmaids look beautiful, especially the bride. I believe there are several single males out there tonight that would agree with me that there was a sad day that another beauty has left the available list. I also believe there's a lot of females out there that would agree with me that today's went by without a hitch. On a more serious note, it is an honor being the best man. As our elder stated, me and Jay have known each other, been friends for our whole lives. As I was trying to put the speech together, I was thinking about some of the stuff we've been through, and the stuff we've did and shouldn't have done. And there's plenty of those. Just ask our parents. But there are several stories I could pick to tell about. But instead of telling a bunch of stories embarrassing him and me, I just give the moral of the story. find where I'm supposed to be at. That being not only I, but several other people in this room and several people the other outside of this room could count on Jay no matter what we needed of him. No matter what time it was, no matter how far he had to drive, Jay has proven over and over that he's a little friend to me and countless others, and I value that friendship. And from the time I've spent with Courtney, I can tell the same holds true for her. They're both considered part of my family. My children even call them Aunt Courtney and Uncle Jay, and I'm proud of that fact. What better role models than these two to look up to as they grow up? I again thank you and honor that I can be part of the beginning of your new life. I wish you both health and happiness, and may God bless your marriage. If everybody would raise their glasses and honor Jay and Courtney, congratulations. I love you both. May God bless you.